depending on where you're watching me from. I go by the name of Jesse. Once again, welcome to the podcast of Action Require Media. This is a media where we entertain, we educate, and we empower. We entertain, we educate, and we empower. I want to say good evening to you all. Now, please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me clear. Please give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me clear, please give me a thumbs up or give me some kind of just to indicate that you are hearing me. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. All right. Today my topic is crazily interesting. I want you to please log on, share, and let people know we're talking about Africa and religion. Share, click the share button, click the like button, and also let me talk to my engineer. Yeah, I don't know if we are on YouTube now. Yeah, we are on YouTube also. So please type Africa and religion. Yeah, please type that and follow Africa and religion. That's what I will be talking about today. I have a behind the scenes studio audience. I have a behind the scenes studio audience that will be interacting with every now and then if you see me here. So please, man, the topic for today is Africa and religion. It's crazy. I've gotten a lot of questions on this topic, and so I thought to bring it to you guys for us to discuss it. All right. So please click like and click share. Click like and click share. Let somebody know that I'm on live. So please click like and click share, and let somebody know that I'm on live. Okay. So a couple of days ago, sometime this week, this week, I posted something on Facebook about a video that I seen, of this man of God in one of these African countries, literally will in the church will take bath in a tub filled with water and calling his members one by one to drink the water that he has taken bath with. His members are there drinking it in the name of trying to get some kind of healing or whatnot. And then in that comment I said only in Africa. For some reason I'm thinking if you can hear me clear, please please give me a thumbs up, please. Yeah, if you can hear me, please. I'm noticing some static in my video. If you are noticing that, so please give me a thumbs up. If you are noticing that as well while you are watching, please give me. Yeah, it's playing. It's good now. All right. So anyway, back to my topic, right? So I posted that video that only in Africa such a craziness will go on, where you will find African drinking the bath water of a so-called man of God in the name of deliverance. And to my surprise, when I was checking my messages that evening, I got a inbox message. A man of God had inboxed me talking about how surprised he was of my video. They're talking about, oh, brother Jesse, I'm really surprised at you coming at, man of God in that way. And then I replied, I said, look, man, for me, one, if the shoe, he's a pastor now. I said, if the shoe don't fit you, don't wear it. Just leave it. Yeah. The video I made was to address certain things that I saw that I thought wasn't, befitting to be a member of that church. Where a pastor would take bath and call somebody to drink it. You must be crazy out of your mind. But this is the 21st century. Only in Africa we're finding these things happening. Now, when we look at religion, right? Religion and African tradition, all right? So I'll go back to religion. Religion was brought to us in Africa by these people. You know who? By the white people. They took religion forcibly to us, and we accepted it, embraced it. And now today you find African countries are even practicing religion more than the people that took religion to us. My argument here is, I don't have nothing against religion. The only thing I'm having problem with, why we Africans, we will put down our tradition, we'll forgo our tradition, forsake our tradition, because we want to practice the white man religion so much that it is creating more poverty in Africa. All right? Especially me being from Liberia, I will address this directly to Liberia. Okay? You have people praying 100 times a day in Africa, Liberia specifically, and nothing to show forth. When you talk to people, say they're waiting on God's time. And now I've read the Bible. God read the Bible, waiting for a long time. But why are we Africans practicing religion so much to the point where it is creating more poverty and chaos? I tell you something. In Europe, Central Europe, as a matter of fact, most of the churches in Europe are going bankrupt. So what the government of Europe is doing, they are breaking down, they are transforming these churches into industries. But when you go to Africa, Ghana specifically, most of them are transforming schools and industrial areas into churches. So if you go to Ghana right now, or even Liberia, small school, you find churches open there. But the industry that we're supposed to establish, they're breaking it down in the name of trying to follow a religion. So now this is what I got a problem with, right? Now I'm a believer. I don't even call myself Christian these days. I don't call myself Christian these days anyway. But I'm a strong believer of the word. All right. Now y'all come on. God worked 6 days, okay, and He used one day to rest. But now flip it, the Americans and all of Europe and Asia, these people are working 24/7. So I tell you something, right? Europe is advancing and developing in technology while African countries are advanced. Now who's working? There are two economies. You got the economy of technology, you got the economy of prayer. Africa is doing the economy of praying. Europe is doing the economy of advancing their technology. Who God is listening to? Now, let's just be frank. If you are hearing me and you want to be a part of God, who God is answering their prayers? You find Monday to Sunday, Monday to Monday. Monday, let's start from Sunday. Sunday, we go to church. The same Sunday, you have online meeting. Monday, you go to Monday Women and Men Fellowship. Tuesday, you go to choir practice. Wednesday, you go to Bible studies. Thursday, you go to confirmation and hearing from the word. Friday is new convert meeting day. Sunday again, we go back to, it's repetitive. We go back day in and day out. Now, this is Africa I'm talking about. But what do we have to show for that God is answering our prayers? Two economy I'm talking about. The prayerful economy and the technology economy. For me, if you ask me, I would rather want to belong to. If you ask me, I would want to. Please, I apologize for the breaking in our. My weather is bad out there. Look like it's breezy out there, so it's affecting my internet. But yeah, if you ask me specifically, I would rather want to be belonging to the technology religion. If you ask me. Now, if you got questions, even my studio audience here, you want to interact, you can jump in, Brother Joseph. I'm sick and tired of religion or Christians.
I just want to comment.
Yeah. And folks, that would be the voice of Brother Joseph.
Growing up in Africa, where we were taught by our parents, from the day you were born, they hear your hands, what African would call popo. Put you on the back and take you to church.
Yeah, popo you.
And that's why we learned from day one to now. So it's something that's become part of us. But now, I kind of think of it differently. What significance does religion brought to Africa? And I will speak mainly Liberia.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
With all our traditions have been broken.
Yeah.
Just for us to receive the religions. Now, I think most churches now are using religions for money making to enrich themselves, and all they're doing, they're just enslaving their own members.
Yeah.
So how can you tell a member to go to credit union or go to the bank and take $5,000 and maybe whatever your currency is, and they come and invest that money into the church or into the pastor?
Yeah.
But that person cannot even afford to put food on the table. But the pastor wearing a Gucci belt, driving a Bentley, he has bodyguards.
Private jet.
But this man cannot afford a meal a day.
Yeah.
Is that religious? Is that what we're supposed to be implicating? I mean, just feel that if Africans, we are going back to our ways, our traditions,
Yeah.
we will practice things, and not let not other people culture be imposed onto us. But if we can rethink, and look at it differently, but how can you, like the story you're saying, how can you take a shower, take a bath in a tub, and then you allow your members to come and drink the water after you have washed your skin just for deliverance? I mean, actually, just being manipulated.
Very much.
Very, very manipulated. These pastors are using psychology on the members to control them. And I just feel it's bad. It's something that we shouldn't do. Now, we should rethink it.
Yeah.
Is this what we're going to be doing? Is this crack one? Let's put ourselves back and rethink this stuff. And doing the right things.
And you see, that's why I mean, I appreciate what you're saying. Again, once again, fellas, if you are following us, please, we are talking about Africa and religion. Yeah, that's what we are talking about today. I apologize for the break in. I think I'm having a little issue with my internet here. I apologize for that. The weather is somehow bad out there. And please let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, And in few seconds or few minutes, I'll open the phone lines for you to call and give me your input on what I'm talking about. But first, if you can hear me clear, I just need somebody. Please give me a thumbs. Please give me a thumbs up. Shayo, my brother. Peace be. Shalom. Shalom. Peace and love to you, my brother. I see you. Yeah. So, I am sick and tired of African countries practicing religion to the extent in which we are practicing it. We are facing poverty to the highest rate, but yet we pray 24/7. Now I go back to a little history, right?
I don't want to cut you off.
Go ahead.
One thing I like about what I really take from it, right? It's being hopeful that there's gonna be hope tomorrow, and African will always we always hopeful. I can a 50-year-old man still be hopeful that day's gonna come tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bright tomorrow.
And you've been hoping since your 20s.
Yes, and that's why religion brought to them. Be hopeful, and I like that part of it.
Yeah.
Be hopeful. The change may come someday in the 60, the 70, and this that. But we African we just hopeful, and I like that particular part of it. Just being hopeful, and keeping your life.
Let me tell you what's wrong with the hope that we are hoping on. Right? You are being hopeful. That's why I make you to pray. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Now, let me tell you something. You know what is Vision 2020? Vision. Vision is you working towards your goal. But we in Africa, our vision is praying that God can change our leaders and build our economy. That's what we are hoping for. That God can change our leaders and build our economy. That's what we are hoping for. So we pray, God, please send us a good leader. But when you look at the Western world, like America and other countries, right? European countries, right? They are working towards the vision. So you find technology being built upon, advanced upon 24/7. Meanwhile, Africans, we are there praying and waiting. Praying and waiting. Now, if God himself will work for at least 6 days, don't you think God would have said, okay, you pray and wait for me to answer you?
I mean, that's a good point. But and I can make a little note on what you just said. With us being praying and asking for God to send us a perfect leader to move forward, you can't keep praying for a dream and not working towards a dream.
You cannot.
So if you want a better economy, and you pray for a better economy, better go out and find a job.
Go find a job.
Start a subsistence farming.
Yeah.
You start look garden in your house.
Something.
You take the extras, you take it to the market and sell it.
Add to the economy.
$3 or $4. It's an income coming into the house.
You don't want to rely on the government.
Don't sit down.
Yeah.
But you know one thing is another issue too we need to talk about too.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the reasons why Liberians are so reluctant making effort because some of them have it coming in for them. They're not working for it. It's coming from a broad parents and this.
That's the problem.
They're not really looking. So that's another topic for another day.
Yeah, that's another topic.
For another day.
I'm going to address that sometime next week. As a matter of fact.
We can face that part. But for now, we're talking about religion. In Africa. I don't think religion is helping Africa.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I just said, especially in my own country,
Liberia, yeah.
You have every piece of corner you pass in, every little corner you pass in.
There's
a school that is there, you have 7 churches in that one school. Yeah. How many members you gonna get from the community?
And another school waiting outside for you to finish with your school building, so they can come and fill.
And then what is so worse again? Peter just broke from Peter just came from Paul in a church. Yeah. He was on up. He established a church. Yeah. Then Peter going to Paul church. Yeah. And tell the members to come and join the church.
Yeah.
What is religion about that?
Religion. And you see, that's why I was always talking to one of my friends at work the other day. I said, look, man, I'm angry at Africa for us to put down our tradition. Now, when you look at religion, that is the Christian and Muslim. Now, Christianity is not even old enough. Christianity started 2,000 plus years ago. African religion is 200 plus years old. Now, do the research out there if you want to challenge it. Okay? Religion in its entirety in general is 5,200 years of age. African religion, meaning our indigenous way of practicing, is 2,000 years, 200,000 years old. Now, when the Bible men want to argue with me and say, oh, the Bible is the best way of worship, you find our religion in Africa that we practice. We were doing our local ritual in the different shrines and praying and all of those things. There was no Bible now. There was no Bible at that time. Okay? So who changed that for us? Who said we were worshiping the wrong way, and so they're introducing this book to you that, no, Brother Joseph, put away that your trying thing you're doing. But this is a practice lesson from over 200 years. And you are barely 100-year old. I mean, you are barely, you just 2,000 years old. How come did that come about? And Africans, we forgo our practices, what we know how to do, because we want to take this religion.
You see, Brother Jesse, to be honest with you, I think religion is a form of government. It's a form of government.
It's a form of control.
It's a form of control and government. So you have the state, and you have the government. You have the government itself, and you have the church, who also controlling people.
Yeah.
But it would be better if we replicate the Western world ideology of religion into Africa, and did not use it to manipulate our people and exploit them.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm saying this to say that, you know how all the churches in the Western world, do projects and stuff, and help feed the poor and this that, but the way we take it ours in Africa is on the wrong way.
Yeah.
If you want to copy somebody's stuff, do it the way the person do it. You do it better than the person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But don't do it in the way. I mean, where in the Bible or where in the world somebody gonna take a shower and then make you drink it for a deliverance?
Yeah.
Or a pastor will tell you his shoes are too expensive to be on the ground. He got to stand on his back.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Why would a pastor need security guards? What would he need disciples?
For safekeeping.
I mean, you're a man of God.
For safekeeping.
What would he need disciples? Who's gonna harm you?
For safekeeping. And you know, this is the thing I was talking about African religion. Africans out there, Liberians, Ghanaians, Africa as a whole, it's hard time we start practicing our religion. That is our traditional way of knowing things. Now the people get problem with, they talk about, one of the things they got problem with, the Americans got problem, or the Europeans got problem with, or the Western world outside Africa has problem with, is we were marrying 2 wives at the time. 3 wives. Our forefathers were marrying 3-4 wives, and they never had problem with it. The wives were living together in a home, happy. Nobody was complaining. Now religion said that is wrong. But those people that are even teaching you the book, that telling you, say, the way we were practicing things in Africa is wrong. These are the same pastors. They are married but have concubines. They have their girlfriends out there, over 1, 2, or 3, and sleeping with boys. But yet, no, Africa, the men who decided to make it legal and publicize a way of life in Africa, say, you know what? I can't afford it. I bring in 3-4 women, which is even better. When you look at the world today, women are more than men to some capacity, right? Now, if you there's a country in Africa, I can't remember which country. The government is even begging the men to marry 2-3 wives so that it can reduce the economy, it can reduce the strain on the government. What am I saying, people? Let God be the judge. Okay? Don't let somebody control your thinking in a way that where they are telling you are doing bad things because of how you practice what you want to do.
You know, one thing in the Bible that I hear men of God always say, especially African men of God always say, whenever a pastor is doing something wrong, the first thing a member going to tell you, or the men of God going to tell you, touch my not do my prophet no harm.
Yeah.
So hold on, are you telling me if a man of God is doing something you know is not pleasant, but you cannot tell this man of God that he's doing this and doing that, but now you say, touch my brother to my prophet no harm.
Yeah.
Josh, you can judge the man of God. Go put it into power. So you're telling me, so whatever to do, if it's wrong or not,
accept it.
You accept it.
Accept it. And live with it. Accept it. And don't argue.
That's how you live.
And don't argue.
But he will tell you how to run your home.
Yeah. That's what religion is doing.
But he can give you advice, but you can't give me advice.
You can't advise him.
He can question you, but you cannot question
You're
him.
not qualified enough. That's what the book said.
So my thing is, you know, we're all going to be judged.
Yeah.
Don't tell me a pastor is not going to be judged when you go to heaven. If that's a play card to go to heaven, then everybody become pastor.
You see, I like what you just said. One of my advice to Africa and African countries is let us stop praying. Stop. STOP. Stop praying too much and work.
And work hard.
And work. Again, I was telling a friend that God does not answer prayer. And he saw it to be like I was saying something blasphemous. But when I broke it down to him, I said, look, God doesn't answer the prayer though. It's the effort that you put behind the prayer that he answers. And you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I said, you got to be open-minded. In Christianity that we started practicing, who told you were Christian? We were born into a family where we saw our mothers and fathers doing certain things. We never thought to ask questions. And so we started following, right? But really, have you started to say, let me study the Christianity thing we are doing. Let me look at the way our forefathers lived their lives traditionally.
But I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, go ahead.
You think we can take our religion and impose it on the Western world? You accept it? Now, if a dark-skinned man come and create a religion and say, oh, this is a religion, this is a true man of God, this, that, you think they're going to hear us out?
No,
they're not going to hear us out. But whatever they tell us is true. It's supposed to be true. But then now, we call ourselves educated men and women. Mm-hmm. But we're like parrots. We just recite. Wherever they say to us, we follow.
Yeah, and you talk about recite. That's what Islam is about. The word Islam is recite. It means memory, to memorize. But the problem I'm having again, so now Africa and Africans, we are using this, especially the pastors, right, to either enrich themselves in a way where then they tell you to test that. God said, don't ask this question. Now, God gave you free will. Free will in your thinking. You know, the Bible says the only thing God gave you that he cannot tamper with is your will. Right? So he gave you that free will to be able to be a free thinker. Now, the book of Christianity had advised us that, or a man of God will advise you that there are certain questions you cannot ask. Now, and this is my question. I'm a free thinker. God gave me 5 senses. Brother, I will cook my food, right? I don't need some kind of baker a chief cook out there, or I don't need a book to tell me, say, oh, the food is not sweet. It is in your sense that, oh, there's so too much in this food that I cook. You didn't read a book to tell you, say it was too salty. Why can I be a free thinker to ask a question? You ask a question about the Bible, they tell you, say, oh, you cannot ask this question. Now, one of the conversations I was having with one of my pastor friend, you know, that look, man, and me as a free thinker, I believe that once there is a creation, there is a creator. Right? Yep. Once there is a creation, Brother Joseph, there's a battle, there's a microphone that we are using. Somebody made this microphone. It didn't just appear on its own. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the people that made that microphone were also made by something else or by some being, some supreme being, right? So now, if I'm a free thinker and ask you, okay, if there is a creation, there must be a creator. So this creator that created me as a creation, who created that creator, when you ask that question, you say, oh no, now you're being blasphemous. Limiting your mind And that's what tradition, religion is doing to Africa, to control you in a way where you are not free to think outside the box, to be able to defend yourself and ask certain questions.
You know, the questions are out there for people to kind of figure out and answer themselves and look at it in a different way. Look, what can it do for you if you go to school and be educated, but you cannot make sound decisions by yourself? And look at it and say, look, I think what has been said or what has been read, I can interject or I can
you can challenge it
from this.
You can challenge
but
it.
If you just there say, yeah, I agree with this. I'm not saying you can't agree with somebody's opinions, but you should be able to have your own opinions or say on something. But now we follow things. Once it comes from the Western world and what man, it's okay for us.
It's okay.
We follow it. And it's just so
it's mind blowing. Sometimes it's crazy.
But look, the thing is obvious. You seeing pastors coming. Let's say African pastors that are enriching themselves with private jets.
Yeah.
But look, the neighborhood where that church is in, you got a slum.
There's a slum, big slum.
And you got babies eating for 2-3 days.
There's a market out there, uncovered market, flies everywhere, and there's a big gigantic cathedral where they are preaching God. And now God says cleanliness is next to godliness, right? That's what the Bible says, right? So, Brother Joseph, I like this interaction. Audience out there, if you're following us, we are talking about Africa and tradition. For me personally, or with my studio audience, we believe that religion is destroying. Yes, I'm going to use it. It's destroying Africa at a fast rate, at a very fast rate. And if Africa does not wake up, if we Africans do not wake up to make this change, I can see nothing happening for Africans.
But and I will say this to you. And some of the points we can make to that effect is you having people just standing up in the name of God, exploiting people, and there's no check and balances on these people who are exploiting the members. Now, you have a division coming in communities because my cousin opened a church and my uncle opened a church, but my niece was in my cousin's church as a choir director. Now my niece is going to Peter Paul church and this that. Now
you don't question
you question the rift between people in the community. Now churches going in churches. Is that what religion is supposed to be?
That's what religion is practicing.
Cousin, right? It's another problem cousin. What a problem cousin? We're sowing seeds of division. And all this stuff keep going around. Now, we put in more members in the church, praying every day, instead of sending them out there and say, look, go find what to do. Let's join together. Let's go downtown. Let's create a market. Let's create a garden here in the yard. Let's start something. Let's make bread. Let's make bread. But you go to church every day, like you just said, 7 days a week. Praying for no action. And waiting for God to come. And then be hopeful that one day something will happen. Something will resurrect. The Western world don't do it. You're making our members lazy. What are they going to do? And then guess what? And when they get to the church, it's not about Christ. It's about who they see, who the handsome man, who the beautiful woman, who can sit better in the church. Then the pastor start looking at them. And the members start looking at each other. You know? These things are just we have to really rethink, you know, how we look at religion, man. You know? So man, if you're out there, if you think, you know, religions have brought any good thing to Africa, hey, speak your mind. If you think it has not brought anything to Africa, hey, speak your mind also. We are open-minded. Don't tell me. I read the Bible, I go to church, and I tell you, I'm a musician in my church. Okay? But now, please come up. Some people will say, you know, back then in Africa, we practiced killing human sacrifice. We're doing human sacrifices. And religion can stop that. Now we want to do animal sacrifices and other stuff. My point to that's a good thing. You know?
Brother Africans, we gotta wake up. If you're my studio audience there and you have any rebuttal against what we are saying, if you go against what we are saying, if you think you have any objection to what we are saying, the phone lines are open. My brother Shayo, you can also give me a call, man. The number is 919-949-7131. You know, I would like to hear your side of the argument. Anyone who want to, you know, add to my topic today, I would like to hear your side of the argument. I strongly believe religion has destroyed, not even is destroying, but has destroyed, because now You Africans, we are so brainwashed to the point where you cannot even introduce sound thinking. I'm a person of sound believing, to think rationally out of my five senses, but not just to follow a book that say, "Oh, do this," because I have certain issues even within the book. Okay, even within the book, I have certain issues that I do not agree with. But I'm a believer of the word of God. You know.
You know one thing,
yeah,
Brother Jesse.
Yeah.
I would say this: if we want to replicate somebody's ideas, and stuff, let's do it the way it is right there, and everything will be fine.
Yeah.
If we practice just what is in the Bible,
yeah,
I think everybody will do good.
Yeah.
But don't cherry pick certain things.
Yeah.
And then preach certain message.
Mm-hmm.
But you can preach a message that's supposed to change you. But you preach a message against your own people. But I'm just saying this.
It's a manipulation.
You want to do it. You want to use the Bible the way the Bible is.
Yeah.
And let's follow the Bible.
Yeah.
And I would just say one thing.
Yeah.
This is why I really take from them. Treat yourself the way you've been treated, how you treat others. That's it. Period and plain blank.
At the end of the
day, I treat you with love.
Yeah.
Treat me with love.
Treat me with love.
At the end of the day, that's it.
That's all.
I don't have to go over you all. So I just tell you what it is. I should care for you when you need assistance. I should be there when you need me.
Yeah.
And you should be there when I need you. And
yeah.
That's it. And that's how I look at my own. I just make it that very
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. You said that because in overall this life we live in, and somebody trying to practice the most or the best religion. This religion is better than this. It's all about one message. Treat me right, I treat you right.
Yeah.
You know? What makes you think if you run behind my woman, that's a problem, right?
Yeah.
You don't need a book to tell you that it's a problem. It's just it's written in your essence that you cannot do that against Brother Joseph, because then to every action is equal reaction. Yeah. You see that? So religion is destroying Africa, where Africans cannot even think outside the box. How can you be breaking down schools? Or how can you be breaking down industries, factories, because you want to have schools in there? And development is not coming. To have churches, rather. And these guys that brought religion to us, these people are far advancing in life. So you want to tell me that God loved the white man more than you, am I saying, in Africa?
You know,
come on now.
Sometimes we'll sit down with retrospect, and I was just, one time I was wondering, I said, look, especially when you come from Ghana and you live on Budubura camp. Man, the camp is so small. Back then, before I came, it was 152 churches.
Yeah.
152 Liberian
churches. In a small community.
Before I came in 2005. So I don't know how many there now. It might be 300 to 400. Did it change anything in Budubura camp?
Not much.
I don't know.
It created more fun. It created more fun. But folks, if you're out there watching us, man, what's your take on Africa or Africans and religion? I personally feel Africa is going down the drain if we keep on practicing religion the way we are practicing it. That's my free will to think the way I think. And you have your suggestion. Call the line 919-949-7131 and let's have a conversation. You educate me, I think I can educate you
too. I think it can be better if we practice religion the way it was written and follow it the way the book says it should be. If we follow it, we'll have no problem. I'll be honest with you, if I won't be no problem.
You know, when you say the way it was written, that would just open another can of worms for me. And I'm willing to take on that kind of conversation.
That's what we read.
You know, I'm willing.
Yeah. But it's a guideline. It's a step-in process. It's a guideline. It's something that leads you to another thing and guide you by
and this is where I got problem with some things that are written in the Bible. I've read this cover to cover. Okay, there's no question. I challenge anybody to ask me from here that I will not defend myself with. But I have a problem, right, with a God that will speak to me through a book, but not physically. Well, I mean physically, but not audibly. Where I will hear you and somebody will tell you, say, oh, this happened some 2,000 years ago. That God spoke to the children of all these people then, but now he's speaking to me, his own son, through a book. I have a problem with that. That's me now. Now, I want any man of God who's watching this program, to call me and educate me and say, oh, this is why God changed. God spoke to those people then, those days. As a matter of fact, we're even visiting them physically, as Genesis said.
Would that be covered in the Old Testament and stuff? That's how things
So the problem
I have with that,
the problem I have with that, right? If God did it those days where he appeared and spoke to the people loud and clear, they said it was the voice of God. He spoke to them, they understood that this was God. Why is it not happening today? I mean, just be a rational thinker.
I mean, I can't speak to that fact because I don't know how many people God came in contact with and spoke to them
in those days, right?
I mean, right now in this 20th century, I don't know, but it make you think because a lot of people. I'll be honest with you, a lot of mega pastors that go on television saying that God said President Trump was going to get a second term.
Oh God, there we go.
Spoke to him, God this that, and then it turned around.
It didn't happen.
Joe Biden is the president.
So
you telling me God told you something as a man of God, a child of God, to tell his people, and then on the other side,
back it up.
So how will you talk to an unbeliever to come to Christ?
There you go.
And you told the president,
there you go.
God said this was going to happen, and it didn't happen.
There you go.
Then you're going to come to me and say, brother, Christ is real, and Christ this, that. I'm not doubting the fact that, I'm just saying something. If you be somebody who is an unbeliever.
No, but it's a legit question you ask.
So, but my thing is, to be honest with you, I think everybody should know God for themselves.
Thank you.
And the point is, I will say this: all these big pastors and mega pastors who think they can control the population of the people or change the mind of Christian into their own direction that is so personal to them. They should stop doing it. Stop
I support that.
If God hasn't spoken to you this time, don't say God said.
I agree.
Don't say God said. Tell people, look, make a sound judgment and a sound decision. Pray over your decision that you're going to be made. They're going to be made. Let God lead you to the right path. But I'm not going to tell you because I'm the pastor of the church. Oh, brother Joe, brother this, brother this, go and vote for a person.
Manipulation.
I'm going to be it.
Manipulation.
You make your own decision.
Manipulation. You see, it's all in there. It's all about what's in there for me. Like again, you just brought up a very good point, folks. We are talking about religion in Africa, how so-called men of God in Africa are treating this religion issue to suppress our poor people in Africa. And we Africans, why did we put down our tradition, our style of worship, our style of doing things in the name of embracing the white man religion? Again, aren't we all children of God? I was telling my brother the other day, God did not make Christian or Muslim or Buddha or Buddhist or Hindu. He made children of God, ones that will look and represent him. But now you find Christians opposing what the Muslims are doing because Christians are saying Christianity is the way to God. Muslims are saying Islam is the way to God. The Buddhists are saying that is what their religion now is all the best way. I say now, that's where confusion has come into the world. Religion has brought more confusion to the world than even somebody from the outside who will take sword and stab somebody. When you talk to somebody who say they don't believe in religion, at first, because of the brainwash I had gotten from religion so much, I saw this person to be an atheist, one who do not believe in God. But now, as a free thinker, somebody who is practicing my free will to think outside the box, because I have read this book to come up with certain questions to say, you know what? Why is this like this? And it's my right for me to free think what I think, how peace can be in the world. If Africans, we can put away religion and start to practice working with our hands, going back to our tradition, doing things the way we did it. Let the white man or let the Western world see that, oh, these people are going back. Let's see if they will not follow us. One of the questions I asked the other day, I said this book was first written in Hebrew, right? I could be wrong, or in Aramaic, right? It was first written in that, okay? Now, if this book was written in Arabic and the people are saying that God inspired 40 men to write it in that language at the time, what's about me who was in Labrador and speak Sapo? Why God didn't speak in Sapo too as well? Mind you now, because the reason I'm asking this question, religion, Christianity is 2,000 years. You know, but African religion is 200 years old. So it's just recently that God spoke to these people to something. But no, but Masapo or my crew was already there. Again, you look in this Bible, it's all English names. You know, I'm from Ghana. My name is Kwame. But Kwame is not in the Bible, and Kwame was able to successfully lead the children of Israel to the wilderness, or take them from the wilderness to the promised land. Kwame can do it, but Moses got to do it though. And when you give your name to some of the people in the Western world, they look at where that name from. Because you ain't got English name. Is English my language? English is not my first language, brother. I wasn't born speaking English, and today you will find African schools failing children because they fail in English. English is not a language. All in the name of religion. So if you are out there watching this podcast, nothing against religion, but I'm just asking my Africans, my fellow Africans, to think outside the box. Be a free thinker. Go back to the way of worshiping the way our forefathers worship, the traditional way of doing things. Today, if me and my friends put a bowl down to eat, people see it to be different. Even in Africa now, it's like, oh my man, why you can't share the food? Like, it's crazy. Religion has so much suppressed our people that we are copying everything Western.
You know what? One thing I would say to that too.
Yeah, brother, go ahead.
How the religion thing is affecting Africa the most.
Yeah.
You have all these churches open up, and especially women. Women are gullible to this stuff. Women love this stuff. You know, you talk to women about God. They want to do this. But these women are living at home 5-6 days a week in the church and leaving their husbands at home. And it become problematic in a relationship. And you go to pray 5-6 hours to the church, and your husband is home, no food to eat, and you're fasting by yourself. The husband can't eat.
Hold on.
And you say, "Oh, I'm fasting."
Hold on to that point. Not to cut you off. A brother just responded. Brother, that's why if you don't mind me calling your name, please. Yeah, if you don't mind, brother, that's why he's my brother. Anyway, I know he won't mind. But please, the number to call is 919-949-7131. I would like your input. But brother, that's why I say God is speaking, but he's speaking in many ways. He's speaking in many ways. Okay? That's what, brother, that's why it's saying God is still speaking, but he is speaking in many ways. But brother, that's why. Well, no example. That's why I would love the phone call to come in 919-949-7131. I feel, brother, that's why that Africa, that religion is destroying Africa in the manner in which we are practicing it 24/7. You know, even if God will work for 6 days and rested one day. Now, if anybody want to challenge me and say otherwise, then I will tell you. Just go back and read Hebrew 28. It will tell you about how many times God worked and rested on that one day that he said, okay, I will use this day to chill. You know, read that. Now, if we are to model the footstep of what God is doing, God himself, but Africans, we are rather praying in church. Any church you go, you see people, and from then they go home, they're waiting. When nothing happens, they say, oh, go in, let in. So, brother, that's why call me and educate me, my man. You one person I respect so much in the things of God. 919-949-7131, and let the rest of my audience hear your voice. You know.
And you know, one other thing too, you really look at, right? Sometimes you look at people who don't really go to church or worship God, or give the things of God.
Not to cut you off. Let me respond to the audience. Sorry, brother Joseph. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are hearing a voice behind this, my studio audience here, my brother Sam Kamara. Sam Kamara said, man, I remember the days in Tema when your mom will cook. We'll all eat from the same bowl. That's African tradition. I like that, brother Kamara. Please, I thank you for that. You know, give me a call. Religion is destroying Africa at a fast rate. If African country does not wake up, we will be going down the drain and hoping that God will rescue us. Meanwhile, because I was just talking about two economy. You got a praying economy and you got a technology economy. Which side do you belong? If you won't go be praying, don't go pray. And wait for God to answer your prayer. But me, I belong to the technology economy.
The same Bible said there's no food for lazy men.
No food for lazy men.
So you think sitting in the church praying 7 days a week and not making effort? You think God gonna answer your prayer like you just said?
That's
it's the effort that God answers.
That's a problem. You know, and again, like I said, the phone line is open 919-949-7131. I have a problem with the way. Now there's a church in Africa, all right? There's a church in Africa. This church is in Nigeria, not to call the name of that church specifically. The church has a university, right? That was built on the backs of the poor people. Tithe payers that will go to the church and pay the tithe. When this university was built, guess what? The poor people in the church, their children couldn't afford the school fees of that church. But guess what? It were people from overseas that would send that. It's a Bible school, by the way. That, you know, the children will leave from here. Or a money man child will be able to afford it. What's about the woman who was paying her tithes? Go sell her market. Come to the church, pay her tithe. That university to be built. But her child can't afford it. And the pastors are seeing these things. As a matter of fact, when you go register,
but you know,
as soon as they know your where you live,
you know, Jesse,
you are not qualified in the church.
I would say this though. I would say this. I think these people who are using religion and the name of Christ to open churches and say, "Thus said the Lord."
Yeah.
I don't think these guys are true pastors. I don't think these guys are really called by God. I'm being honest with you. I don't think they're being called by God.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
They would say they're being called by God. But man, if God called you,
yeah,
He will speak to you and let you know He called you.
Yeah.
Okay. And not Peter, Paul, or Mary John will see me on the street
because
I sound my voice and going to be like, man, my picking up you a pastor. Then you go to Bible school now.
Yeah.
You graduate now. You're expecting to open your own church now and run with people. Yeah. Look, if you have that mindset, you will not open a church for money and business.
Folks, we are here deliberating. We are here discussing. We are here having good time. I believe Africans should go back to our normal traditional way of worshiping. And again, I'm a man who have read the Bible extensively. I know what I'm saying. I'm not nagging the Bible. I'm not taking away anything from the Bible. But from what I've seen, how society and life looks today, I would rather encourage Africans to slow down the praying too much, to slow down going to church too much. Yes, I'm saying it on this platform. Slow it down and work to build and develop Africa, and we can compete with the rest of the world. And let's stop being hypnotized. Yes, we are so hypnotized by these so-called pastors and men of God. How can you, as a man of God, you are walking on the back of your member because your shoe cannot touch the ground, and people are there healing these kind of things only in Africa? And only in Africa these things are happening.
Like I was saying, to be honest with you, I would think that these guys who doing this stuff are not true men of God.
I wouldn't think that way too.
They enter into it because they don't see or check and balances from anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? Let's say from the government or maybe from
or somebody want the scripture reference. The scripture reference is Exodus 20. Which one of the references you want, Brother Dominic? The one I talk about God work? Or go read Exodus 20 verse 8. Read Exodus 20 verse 8. God himself put his hand to work. Yeah. So Exodus 20 verse 8. Go read it. I got a lot of scriptures on that working. One of the conversations I had one of the few days, you know, me and another guy, one of the guys saw me, I was drinking, you know, and he said to me, "Oh my man, you know how Christian, why are you drinking?" Like again, religion. You see what religion has done? And I said, well, even Jesus drank. Even Jesus drank. And when I quoted scriptures, not even scripture, where he saw, he said, "Oh, I didn't know that this was there." And a brother just talk about knowledge, wisdom. Yeah, read the Bible. I read the Bible. I do what I do. I practice the way I want to live my life. Now, it's open. If you will judge me based on what you see,
no.
It's up to you.
You see, that's a problem I have with we Africans.
Okay.
We will always use the terminology, wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah.
Go in and read and this, that.
Yeah.
But if you can read what somebody has
written, yeah.
You can't question that.
Yeah.
Then who are you?
Then who are you?
Then you don't have the knowledge.
Free thinkers.
You don't have the wisdom.
Look.
No, I'm just saying something.
You're right. You know, I concur with you.
Because it's rating this way and say, let's take an example. Let's say something that say, men do not belong in this place. Mm-hmm. Period.
Yeah.
And
wouldn't you want to ask why?
Yes, I would. Then you say, "Oh, knowledge." Mm-hmm. I read it, so does that mean I don't?
I must take it.
I don't have to be
follow
there.
It literally.
I have to be there. I'll ask the question: why I can't be to this place?
Yeah.
Who said this?
Oh no, you're not supposed to ask that question.
That
it's blasphemous. It goes against the word of God.
For that.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that's what we call ourselves parents all the time. Look, I can go to school and read and do what I want to do and graduate.
Yeah.
But if you can decipher, if you can make judgment, if you can make distinction between two things,
yeah.
Okay, then brother, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah.
Just continue to keep going because your mind is gonna be controlled.
Yeah. Africans, we have to go back to our traditional way of doing things. Yes, let God be the judge. I will not put my 100% in a book. Again, anybody can carry to court. I wouldn't put my 100%. I've read the Bible. I see some errors in the Bible. I've asked questions. I've asked questions that even bishops cannot answer. They would just tell me, say, oh, just pray about it. You know? But I would rather say, I believe.
No. If he asked me for my opinion, and this is what I would say if we have to close anytime soon.
Yeah.
And this is what I would say, okay? The word of God is a good thing.
It is.
It's a guidelines that we need to follow.
Yeah.
On how to treat each other and live on this planet together.
Yeah, love each other.
Then follow the guidelines, but don't tweak it. Don't manipulate it. Don't abuse it. Don't enrich yourself off it. If you want to practice Christianity, practice it the way it's written. If that's what you said knowledge is, then take that knowledge and follow the knowledge. Don't deviate from it.
Yeah. So somebody just commented.
I just
not to cut you off. Somebody just said, yeah, it's lack of knowledge. Apparently on the African side, but Americans are using the same book. So you when you say the Americans are using the same book, you know what I take from there? Who brought the book to you?
Now, that comment he just read, to be honest with you, I will look at it as I'm trying to choose my word carefully.
No, go ahead, brother. You're a free thinker.
The way he said it, if he could come back and explain himself, but what I already said from that, I look at it different the way he said the question.
He's coming from a very good place.
He comes from a very good place, but the way he said it, I think it's also it's not putting all Africans in the right position or something. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
If you make a reference to the Western world using the book and they become successful, and African are using the book, and it's like, let me tell you, mega pastors in America here are rich. You get rich pastors and get rich pastors in Africa too. You see the same book, they're rich themselves too. It happened there.
I think not to think for him so much, but if you ask me what I would take from there is, it's how we practice it. We are all reading the same book, but how we are applying it.
Well, no. But it's the same. I mean, this man of God using it here to enrich himself. But the man of God in Africa to enrich himself too.
They are reading the same book, though. But in terms of the prayer.
But they're enriching themselves. They're enriching themselves. What are they doing in America here too? The people go to church and they pay their tithe offering. And that's an example. If you're making $100,000 a year, they pay 10,000, pay 10% of 100,000. The numbers going to the church covers. They made a right private jet in America here because they can afford it. The church member can pay for it for them. I mean, I'm just saying. We now, this point we are right now,
folks,
we should be able to make our decision.
Folks, I want somebody to call me and educate our audience. We are here on live. I'm saying that religion is destroying Africa. I believe it's my right, it's my opinion from what I've seen so far. But if you have an objection to what we are saying or what I'm saying, please give us a call. Let the audience hear your voice and say, no, Brother Jesse, Brother Joseph, you guys are wrong. This is what's happening to Africa. Then we can educate each other. We can learn from each other. But from what I've seen and come to my realization, to be able to say what I'm saying today, I feel religion is destroying Africa at a fast rate, my brother. Anybody want to object to that? Call us 919-949-7131 and let's have a teachable moment. I'm still willing to learn from anybody who can call and say, Brother Jesse, you are wrong, but rather this and this and this and that.
I mean, I think we have less time on air right now.
We do.
We just summarize, what we just said.
Summarize
and
it.
There are good things.
But I want to ask you one question, right? And you as well, my audience out there watching. There's this saying where people are generally saying that money because I feel that lack of money in Africa, that's why the poverty rate is so high, in my opinion, right? In my opinion now. And the people, the Bible is saying the root of money, the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
And I personally, I disagree with that.
But Jesse, let's understand the different context is coming from though. It could be true, it could be. I mean, you can take it either way, but the content in which it was used in the Bible, I think, is different from the way you might want to perceive it. I don't mind. I can take that particular phrase.
Yeah.
And then take it in and out. Look at the positive and negative part of it.
You know that statement is coming from 1 Timothy 6:10.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
But if you look at the content which was used before it was used and after it was used.
That's why
you have to get the whole content of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Before I can make anything, I don't want to cherry pick it and take that one part and talk about it. Then I lose.
Yeah, then you did. That's why I say. Yeah, and this is advisable to anyone.
What you just said about lack of money in Africa is 100% poverty, and I will ask you. I mean, I don't know in what sense you're saying that, but the money is in Africa, so I don't know. I think it's too vague.
Money is money.
If you want to narrow it down to something specific, then I can say, let me say something.
Well,
but what you just said, I think it's just
in generally, I feel that's an error. If you ask me why I say that, right?
For what?
Lack of money. I mean, the love of money is the root of all evil. But I will ask you. For me, I think it's not love. But lack of money should be the root of all evil.
Why would you say that?
Now, the poor man.
Okay, hold on, Jesse.
Yeah.
Let's leave the content of the Bible out of it.
And just talk generally, right?
Talk generally about
the rules and lack of money and all of that, right? Now, if you tell me, right, say the love of money is the root of all evil, then I ask you a question. Between the poor man and the rich man, who would be willing to sell their child to gain wealth?
I can tell. It might be based on an individual.
No, poverty will make you want to even sell your child. But a rich man who will want to take that, brother Joseph, you as a rich man,
look, let me tell you.
When you want to sell your child,
let me tell you. And I will say this to you, though.
Go ahead.
I will say this to you. Poverty during the time until war. My mother carried 4 chicken with her by herself. Drag them. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Drag them from Monrovia
to woman, by the way.
She didn't let go of none of us.
Yeah.
Poverty though. Well, bossing packing on the road, eating.
Yeah.
She had my little sister on her back.
Yeah.
My twin sister in right hand, I'm in the left hand.
But guess what?
And walking. Now, she could have said, I'm suffering. This is poverty. I'll let go and survive.
She will not let go.
You see, that's what I'm saying. It's individual difference.
Yeah.
People let the children go during the war.
But
they left there and went.
On a broader scale, right? Widely, you find more poor people commit crimes than rich people. That's the point I'm trying to make.
No.
I'm telling you. The rich man, the poor man.
You may not see it though.
Now it's for you to go research. And anyone who's watching can correct me.
I won't take that.
Or correct my brother. Yeah. I believe the poor man is at more risk of committing crime as a poor man versus a rich man who is just chilling. Think about it.
But this is my thing, right? It depends on how complacent you are with things. Okay. Now, if a rich man who wants to be rich all the time will always try to steal from people to be rich. He will use his manipulation to be rich.
I got you.
And that's a rule of all evil.
I got you.
The love of money is a rule of all evil.
I got you.
Because he want to stay being rich and stay being in power.
Yeah.
What he going to do is exploit the poor people all the time. Okay? Now, a poor man, I bet, if you give a poor man food to eat every day, that poor man will not worry about anything.
Yeah.
Once his stomach is filled, you won't worry about anything.
Another brother just educated us here. He just added, I believe, in agreeing with us. Brother Maxine just gave he said Hosea 4:6 said, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Yeah, my people are destroyed, but I take that as well. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. That's why Africans, we need to go back to our way of doing things.
All right, Jesse.
Yeah.
Jesse. These guys are sending these comments, these texts.
Somebody said, why? You asked me why. Why to what? Says whether you ask why. Why to what? We've said a lot of things here. You are asking why. Why to which one of the statement, which one of the comments. So, we can clear it out.
For the lack of knowledge, my people perish.
I don't know if that's why she's saying why. But if you want to call 919-949-7131, why you guys are commenting, but I need somebody to call. 919-949-7131. Give us a call and let's hear your voice. All right, you ask why to what. We said a whole lot here tonight, and if you want to have an input in what we are saying, you're feel free to call, or go ahead and just follow the same part, and you can type in your comment. We have less than 10 minutes to be here.
Look, and I would say this, and that's why I call it repetition of what is already there that people always use all the time. Yeah. You recite it and you spit it out. Amen. Once you get an argument you don't like or you disagree with, you find out that recitation and put it out there. Yeah. But how do you explain that recitation yourself? Okay. Does it imply to what we're talking now? Did it imply to what? I mean, out of what content you're using this, the lack of knowledge people perish.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just
knowledge, out of lack of wisdom, my people perish, right? Lack of knowledge. So meaning, I'm just saying that Africans, we are destroying ourselves by practicing too much religion. Somebody will say, oh, well, the Americans are praying and going to church too, but look at what they are doing.
Look where the whole country came from.
Yeah.
Look how established the country. Look at if you want to talk about development, industrialization, and economy, then you talk about a whole different lot of issues.
Let's look at China.
You're talking about different issues now.
Look.
That's something else for another time. Then we can bring in the books now.
We can
bring in education. Talk about it. But for now, I think that's one on the side.
Yeah.
And because you don't want to use it as a comparison to Africa, because
folks,
there's no way to.
Whether you agree with me, you do not agree with me, it's my opinion that Africa is being destroyed because we forgo a lot of our rich heritage and culture and decide to follow the white man's religion.
And when I so painful,
that's my opinion.
The one that is painful, you're replicating somebody's religion.
That's not bringing development to you.
No, but you're not doing it the right way. Yeah. You're not following it.
Yeah.
You do it in order with you enrich yourself and do everything you want to do.
Somebody will ask you, what's the right way?
What's the right way?
Yeah.
The right way is the way that people do. It's what's written in the book.
Which people?
The way it's written in the Bible. No. Look, I'm telling you.
The concept of me, we listen to anybody and say, oh,
Jesse,
do it. Yes, sir.
Jesse,
yes, sir.
When God gave his best, what he gave? He gives only begotten son, right?
Yeah. Oh, God.
No, where I'm coming out now, right?
Yeah.
All these churches that were doing stuff and this, that, they would practice giving.
Yeah.
Giving.
Yeah.
Loving.
Yeah.
Caring for each other.
Yeah.
Brother, we on the path to religion. We're on the path to what is within the book.
Yeah.
But how can a church, a church are raising 200,000? I'm just saying in Africa now.
Yeah. Maybe somebody say speak louder, okay?
Our church is raising maybe $300,000 to $400,000 every Sunday.
Yeah. And
then you, like I said, you got a slum right there. You got children who can't even afford to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the market selling on that, but the church is there. But you're saving that money in the account. Is that God love? Come on now, brother. What's the church is for?
Yeah.
What our church is for?
There are a lot of things that I got problem with when it comes to.
If we practice it in Africa the way it's supposed to be, they were on the right path. Okay, you raise this money, you got the money in bank account, go and help somebody life.
I would like to ask a question, right? Before religion or before the Bible went to Africa, what were we doing?
We were doing what ritualistic acts. We were doing what sacrificing, doing animal sacrifices, all farming and
going to the shrines, doing libations and whatnot, right?
Did
it work for us?
I did. Well, I don't know.
And this is a question to my audience out there too. Before religion went to Africa, before Bible went to Africa, what were we doing? And whatever we were doing at the time, did it work for us? Was it beneficial to Africans? before tradition, because now the African tradition is way older than Christianity.
Right, it was a form of life. It was a form. It was a way of life. It was a way of life. So regardless of what it is, people live their life. Look, you look at China. Yeah. You look at Japan. You look at India. Yeah. Everybody got their own ways of life. But then if someone take their way of life, look into you and then change yours, all you become is what? I'm gonna learn it.
You talk about China. China is not even a Christian country.
I'm just saying.
That's why I'm concurring with you, because they don't even practice the Bible in China.
They're well developed.
But they are well developed. As a matter of fact, they are number one in technology. Now, they don't have the God that you believe in or the Jesus that you believe in. Yeah. Right? They don't have that in China. Now, anybody can call and argue this point with me. I'm willing to take you. I'm willing to take you one-on-one on that. China and the Chinese do not believe in your Jesus, in the Bible. Do not. They do not. But look at them. As a matter of fact, China is the number one best economy in the world. Anybody want to argue that? We can go to that again.
Like I said,
but Africa, why we look? Somebody showed me the knee the other day. One my Nigerian guy, my brother, prayer works, and he then looking for jobs. Seriously, prayer, and he been praying. He said, "You see my knee." I'm like, wow, you did that to your knee in
prayer? Don't get me wrong, I pray.
Nothing wrong with prayer, brother. Nothing wrong with prayer.
You pray and put in work.
Yeah.
And you keep praying and put in work.
Yeah.
It will work for you.
Brother.
Okay? You can't see you want to become a millionaire and sit in the church. God please become a millionaire, and then one fine day, heaven will just open and will just drop on your lap.
Africans,
it's not going to work that way, brother.
Africans.
It's not.
Obviously, you know that. You use your five senses. I'm not saying prayer is bad. Prayer is words. God, I know your word.
It's good.
As well. It's 1% for me. It's 1%. But the action that you put behind the prayer. Because, now I got a friend in Liberia now. Let me just make that clear, right? Every time I talk to her, brother, on a real topic, every time I'm talking to her, she's, I'm going to church, I'm going to pray, I'm going to church. She's always going to church. I mean, really, she will call me even on video like she's in church, right? And then when she go home, she's going back, she's going to lay down. The next day again, I go, I better go my 4 o'clock. Oh, God, committedly, she committed. Now, that commitment you use, that devotedness you use to going to that church and just go and pray with the hope that something can change. Brother, if Jesse say, stop praying and rather go in the streets and start looking, then you will tell me the difference.
I want to say this. I think I will. If you look at those people, some of us that go to church.
Yeah.
In the name of going to church because our parents took us to church when we were a baby.
Yeah, I know our choice.
It became ritual. It's something I would do every Sunday.
Yeah.
But going to church every Sunday and hearing the word of God and it's not transforming you. But you keep going every Sunday.
Yeah, what's the benefit?
And you're not seeing the blessing of it.
Yeah.
It's because you're not being transformed yet.
Yeah, well.
Or you're not working towards it.
Yeah. Okay. You know what a man will tell you? What? You're not applying the principles well in your life.
Yeah, but I mean, it could be right to that's logical.
Yeah, it's logical.
That's logical.
Yeah.
If the man of God preaching on Sunday and say, look, if you do this and do this and do this, you're gonna have this. You hear in church, oh hallelujah, praise God, and then you go home and don't do it and don't apply these principles. But you expect it to come on you because you want to change on Sunday. Yeah. It's not gonna happen that way.
Folks, if you agree with me, thank you for watching. But Africans, we must stop following too much religion, and that's both Christians, both Christians and Muslim, our brothers from the other side. Let's stop paying too much attention to religion, and for once, take your attention from religion and think about developing Africa. You will see the difference. That these guys were not, they will not think that, man, these people, I thought they were stupid. We're not stupid.
And one thing I want to say to us too, especially Liberians.
Yeah.
Let us learn to love ourselves and love our neighbors. And let us not sort of see a division among ourselves because churches are doing it. People are doing it. And we are being... How can you be a member of another church and you're a member of another church, but these church members are not speaking to each other?
Yeah.
Who call ourselves Christians?
Only in the church.
That's not the way of Christ.
Only in the church.
That's not what God does things. So let us be out there. Let's rethink this stuff, man. Let's rethink this stuff.
Go back to tradition.
Salvation. If we can do this, if we can do the women way of worshiping, let's go back to our former way of,
It's not even a matter of way. If, brother, It's not even a matter of if. I am not by no means telling anyone to drop the Bible. I am just saying,
I won't do that.
For once, practice what you see here, and also follow your tradition. Follow your tradition. But there's nowhere in the book that the Bible says you should drop your tradition and fully pay attention to this. Now, again, I could be wrong, but I want somebody to correct me on that. All right? I want somebody to correct me on that.
So I think it's just our opinion that religion has not done anything better for Africa. But if you feel religion has done anything better for Africa, please, you can tell
anyone out there.
You get
I like that.
Anyone who thinks, and we are willing and open to read your research or whatever you send us.
Yeah.
But also to be open-minded that we
can counter an argument.
Disagree.
Yeah. We can counter an argument.
Just have it in mind. Yeah. Do your research and understand where your research is coming from.
Guys, I like your participation tonight. I like the participation. I would have appreciate calls coming in, but that's fine. I seen your comments here. More than 10, 20 comments coming in. I like that. That's to show that we have interest in the issues of Africa. Next week, we'll be talking about Liberia education system. Liberia education system, we'll be talking about it. We are talking about issues concerning Africa. Liberia.
And then one thing too, man, we just want the audience out there. If you are listening, you can get your friends. On Friday, we're gonna be here. Yeah. But there's one thing: they look at Africa, Liberia as a whole. It's a democratic form of government working for Africa, Liberia. They talk about it. They talk about issues that facing our country. How can we bring development to Africa? To Liberia as a whole. If you have any ideas on how we can do this stuff, call. Give us an idea, and then we can all share and brainstorm.
I'm on live. I'll call you back.
But this is something that we're going to look at. Is a democratic form of government working for Liberia? And if so, why it didn't work from then and now? Do you think we should go back to old ways of life? Where we do chieftaincy, kingdom, we do town chief and other stuff?
I agree.
What do you think? I mean, these are things we got to be open to. If we're practicing something and we're not doing it the right way and it's keep affecting us, what do you think we should do?
Religion is destroying Africa at a fast rate. Somebody just concorded with us. Yes, somebody just said great job. There are people who want to say this thing, but cannot say, you do not have the platform to say it. Call me, I will speak your mind. I do not have that fear. No, but I just wanted to correct something, yeah? Now, I'm a believer in God. Okay? I believe in God. I go to church because I have a connection with my God that I worship, and the duty I have to perform in church. That's why I go to church. Now you can say, go to church to fellowship with others. That's fine as well. Anyway, when I'm there, I interact because I provide music at church. That's one of the things that I do. So I'm not just sitting here as a novice talking to you. Again, like I said, I've read this Bible in its entirety. You see, when you open the Bible right now, you'll find notes that are made. You see now down there, you can even see. You will find notes, and I know that I'm not a novice. I just want that person who know it better than me to call me and educate me, because I could be reading something and do not have the clarity to understand what I'm saying. So, or what I'm reading. So if you have the tendency of interpreting it and teaching me, I'm willing to also learn. Go back to the Quran. I'm online reading the Quran. I think I'm at Surah 11 or so. I'm reading the Quran, and the next thing I'm going to venture to start reading is Hebrew. I have one of my brothers at work who is teaching me Hebrew, but I hope he can come on. If you don't mind, Brother Shayo, call me. Yeah, that's my Hebrew professor. He is willing to teach me Hebrew. This brother of mine he's a Hebrew teacher, and he's telling me that, look, when you compare these things, you will find that, it's good to burst out, to venture and learn different things and see how people live. So, Brother Shayo, I see you watching, and I thank you for staying up. And so, yes, that's what I'm doing. I'm not just reading the Bible, but I'm learning different culture. If you're Buddhist, I would like to study what you're doing to see the true way. I could be wrong. I could be following Christianity all along, but what if I was just wrong?
You know what I can suggest to?
Yes, sir.
If we can narrow something down to a specific African traditional culture, that we can relate and compare to the way of life now and then, and then to the Western world,
yeah,
and see which one is better off. We can just make that analysis.
But
if we can, I'm just saying something. If we can make that research, I think that would be a good one and helpful to the audience.
Yeah, but we shouldn't even do the research. African tradition is the oldest tradition in the world.
I'm not talking about being the oldest or not.
It's the best.
Saying the way of life, the way they did things, how they went about doing it, the importance of it, the transformation, what happened then when things happen. Now compared to what we're doing now, and how things have been done, or the ways of life, compared to that now, and then compared to the Western world, and then we have the three analysis to make,
and compare.
Then we can draw a conclusion and say, look, gentlemen, I think this way is this way, and that way is that way. But you're a free thinker. You choose where you want to go.
Right before we close this session, we'll have less than 3 minutes.
Yeah, that
close up. There's a tribe in Kenya, right? There's a tribe in Kenya, right, where the women, those are the indigenous people in Kenya, where they still do not have coverings, right? Where maybe they will cover themselves with their stuff, but the upper part, and guess what? There's no rape in our village. There is no rape. That's the rich African culture.
But there's rules and regulations.
There are rules to everything. But you see what I'm just saying? People came and pollute us with a lot of religion that now when you see somebody even in Africa in that kind of atmosphere, why you go wear clothes? But hundreds and hundreds. But man, where civilization started?
What they would say, bush people.
Civilization started in Egypt. But anyway, that's another topic, folks. I thank you so much for staying tuned. This is a topic I like your interaction. A lot of comments that came through. If you are watching after I might have gotten off air and you want to comment, please go ahead and comment. I'll read your comment out loud. I want to thank you for staying up until this time with us and following what we are saying. This is the Action Required Media, where we entertain, we educate, and we empower. Now, I believe we are doing all of the three right here today. We are also entertaining, educating, and trying to empower you to follow your African tradition. That's who we are. That's who I am. I'm even thinking of changing my name right now to go back to a typical African tradition name, because the English name is not working for me. I do not like it. As a matter of fact, I want to go back to my tradition and my roots. That's what I want to do. I believe in the African tradition of who God made us to be, because God does not make mistake to put us even in a geographical location called Africa to burst out of Africa and to find myself here and start changing things about me. So I'm going to go back again and be who I know that I am. That God put me in a. We were all given to certain geographic location. The people that are in Asia, the people that are in North America, South America, and all of these different continents. We were in Africa living our African lives, and things came and changed for us. Now, thank God for free thinking, for the 5 that God gave me to be able to see things and say, you know what, it's time for me to be proud of who I am, but to also bring knowledge to my people in Africa that, guys, we have to go back and embrace who we are as African and practice our religion and tradition. With that said, I want to say thank you first. I want to say big thanks to our first responders. I want to say big thanks to my co-host for today, Brother Joseph. You have a good night. Happy Sunday. We will be back here tomorrow bringing the word of God.